Welcome back to No Longer Tossed, where we talk about the things that we need to know to mature into Christ and to no longer be tossed around by the winds and the waves of deceptive ideas. And so the last couple of videos we've been talking about truth, and I think there's a little bit more that we need to say about the Bible's perspective on truth. And so the first thing to note is that truth is, very much a part of God's nature. Exodus 34:6 tells us that the Lord is a compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger and abounding in faithful love and truth. So truth is very much connected to who our God is. And going a little bit deeper with that, we see that each person of the Trinity is individually associated with truth in some sort of way. And so in Isaiah 65:16, the Father is called the God of truth. In John 14:6, we see that Jesus is the truth. And in John 16:13, we see that the Holy Spirit is called the Spirit of truth, who will guide us into all truth. And so, as you can see, both together and with each person of the Trinity, God is about truth through and through. Additionally, aside from God himself, we see that his word is truth. In John 17:17, it says, "Sanctify them in the truth. Your word is truth." And then because of this connection between God and truth, we see that our worship has much to do with truth. John 4:24 says, "God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth." Now, as Christians, we also have an obligation to walk in truth. Psalm 86:11 says, "Teach me your way, O Lord, that I may walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name." And then additionally in Ephesians 4:25, it says, "Therefore, having put away falsehood, let each one of you speak the truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another." So our God is all about truth, and how we live our lives as Christians is all about truth. And then an important contrast is given in who Satan is. You see, in John 8:44, Jesus tells the Pharisees, "You are of your father the devil, and your will is to do your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning and does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks out of his own character," in contrast to God's character, which is truth, "for he is a liar and the father of lies." And so, lying, lies, and a lack of truth, that's of the devil. You can literally call that demonic, and that is a proper use of the word demonic. Whereas truth, that has everything to do with who God is, what he's done, and what he expects of us. Absolute truth and the correspondence theory of truth are so crucial to Christianity. There is no Christianity, and dare I say, there is no God without it. Not necessarily that God is dependent on these conceptions of truth, but that we don't have a proper understanding of the Christian God without it. He is the one who creates reality. And so whatever corresponds to his reality that he has created is truth. So let's get ourselves in line with that. So thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.